tell me the truth. We're only 2 weeks into the new year, and I bet you've already had your share of bad days. Not bad hair days, just plain bad days. But ask yourself this, are you the one who makes the bad day bad? Our own resident psychologist, Dr. Joanne Stephenson, has some insight on just this thought. Now, I have to say, before we get started, when I was a little kid, one of my favorite books was Alexander and the Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. And it kind of gave me the idea that maybe we ourselves make our days bad. What do you think about that?
I think you have a really good point there. we tend to. And like with Alexander, his solution was to move to Australia. But then he found out even in Australia, they've got terrible bad days.
It seemed like he just kind of blew everything out of proportion. And
yes.
I think for a lot of us, you know, we stub our toe in the morning and then we can't find our toothpaste, something like that.
Right.
How do we just blow these things out of proportion?
Well, we need to remember, proportion is the whole thing. Just like a bad hair day, a bad day is temporary, relatively easy to fix. Mm-hmm. You know, it's really up to us. We have a choice in everything. And that's good to remind yourself. I can choose to continue this feeling this way, or I can change it. The best way I've ever found to change it that works for me is I try my best every day to say a Thanksgiving prayer before I get out of bed. Mm-hmm. It changes my whole day. When you're thankful, it's very hard to be cranky. And when you realize how much you have to be thankful for, it puts all those little things back in proportion.
Yeah. Now, I think some people would disagree with you, you know, saying it's our choice. Because say, you know, you got fired from your job and you came home, you know, how do you deal with the stress of, you know, things that you really can't avoid?
That's a very good point, because we can't avoid the things that happen very often. But we can control how we react to them.
It's our attitude.
Are we going to let them win? Exactly. Attitude. You know, I saw a sign the other day, one of those cliches, attitude is everything, so pick a good one.
That's so true.
So that's the one thing we have control over, how we react. And so just remind yourself, I don't want them to win. You know, the things and the people who give you the bad days. Yeah. You know, there are a lot of other things we really need to remember too. First of all, get enough sleep. When you're tired, everything looks worse.
That's so true.
Keep yourself healthy. When you don't feel good, everything looks worse. Mm-hmm. We can boost endorphins in our brain. Those are those feel-good chemicals. And God gave us such easy ways to do that. Exercise does it. It boosts the endorphins and keeps them there. Fantasizing really exciting things, seeing yourself as a winner, winning the game, doing something spectacular. Music. We all have some song that just really gets us revved up. That boosts those endorphins that make our mood better. So we can do that too. And how do you wake up? Alarm clocks?
Oh, I hate them.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm always afraid I'll oversleep because I could sleep all day. I'm a night owl.
Me too.
And my first alarm clock is bird singing. Okay, my second one is a rooster crowing. My third one is what everybody usually has. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh.
That will put you in a bad mood instantly.
It will. Do you know more heart attacks happen on Monday mornings than any other time?
We jolt ourselves.
I think it is. We jolt ourselves awake and jump out of bed and get going. You know, how do you wake up? And that morning prayer makes all the difference. Deciding that you're not going to just see everything in the worst light. You know, we could tend to catastrophize things. One of my professors years and years and years ago said something I'll never forget. When you are facing something that seems so horrible, ask yourself this, in the light of eternity, how important is this? Puts it in a whole different perspective. Things we think are the end of the world may be just a setback. You know, can we do those things? Can we take care of ourselves, set ourselves up for a good mood, change our mood, stop and think, why am I acting this way? Have a happy hour every day. Do something for an hour that you enjoy every day. And the one big thing I think that sets everybody off, not everybody, those who hate their jobs, wake up thinking, oh, expletive deleted. I've got to go to that job.
Yeah. Do something you love and you'll never work a day
Exactly,
in your life.
Because you carry that job with you 24/7. You even dream based on that. If you hate your job, it's making your whole life miserable.
Well, we're out of time, but long story short, bad days, you can avoid them. Just have a positive attitude and give thanks. Say,
even in Australia.
That's so true. Thank you so much for joining us today.